Hey everyone, welcome back to Varnit AI. I'm your host Varnit, and today we are diving into some of the most critical stories impacting our economy and society due to AI. From job displacement predictions to UBI, Universal Basic Income, and major layoffs at CNN, there's a lot to unpack. So let's jump right in. Before starting the video, a brief introduction about me. I'm Varnit, the founder of Flourish.ai, an AI development and marketing agency. If your business need help with AI, the link is in the description below. Our first story features an insightful clip from Alex Hermosi interview with Sean Paris. This interview underscores a crucial point I've been sharing. Those who stay informed and competitive will always have an advantage in an AI-driven world.
AI. It's like, do you know how many small business owners don't even know what ChatGPT is? Zillions. And even if they did, that they don't know how to recognize good copy. And so like right now, ChatGPT writes code. Guess what I don't know how to do? Write code. Guess what else I also don't know how to do? See if the code it wrote was good. I don't know. And so what ends up happening, in my opinion, at least in the short term, is that you can get a 10x increase in productivity because you can write at such a faster rate of code or copy or whatever, because you have the perspective to make a judgment on how good it is, right? And you can make adjustments and you can tweak the prompts and all that other stuff. And so short term, it's going to be people who know how to leverage AI to get more out of what they do. Long term, nothing's going to matter anyways. And so I think that sounds like an eventuality, but what is that?
So this perspective is refreshing. While AI does close the gap between those who know something and those who don't, there's a current problem. Many people don't know how to use AI tools like ChatGPT to their full potential. This is especially true in industry where verifying the output of these tools can be challenging if you lack the expertise. Next up, there's an article discusses the need to prepare the US workforce for AI's effect. AI is already transforming jobs, often for the worse. For example, Amazon warehouse and delivery drivers have reported being fired by AI bot without human intervention. This lack of human oversight is concerning and highlights the need for better integration of AI in the workforce. Let's take a look at the recent clip from ARK Invest discussing the rise of robotics and its implication.
There's an opportunity for generalizable robotics that provides an opportunity for $24 trillion in revenue annually. Lower prices are stimulating demand for industrial robots, and industrial robots have been dropping 50% for every cumulative doubling in production. And so I think we're at a point now where the hardware costs are low enough and continuing to flow that way as money flows in and people are designing for different types of robotics. Increased performance is critical as well to driving adoption, right? It doesn't matter if you have an extremely cheap robot or automation solution if it can't do what you want. And so I think, this only goes up to 2022, and we've certainly had a handful of breakthroughs in AI since then. But just in the years from 2015 to 2022, robot performance improved 33-fold over those 7 years. And this is looking at items picked and placed per hour. So grabbing something out of a bin, placing it somewhere else. And you can see that human performance is roughly 400 items per hour. And now there are robots out there that can pick 1,000 items per hour. The other important thing is that it's already better than humans, and it's unclear where the constraint is. So we have robots that are becoming far more performant. They're coming down in cost. What does that mean? Well, it means that many companies are likely to deploy more robots than humans. And so you can look here. This is Amazon number of robots and employees. And you can see that between 2022 and 2023, they certainly added more robots than employees.
Amazon is leading the way, adding more robots than employees. This trend is likely to continue as robots become more cost-effective and efficient. In 2022, Amazon had 350,000 robots in its warehouse, and this number has only grown. The prediction from McKinsey Global Institute and Goldman Sachs suggests that AI could automate tasks accounting for 30% of the hours worked in the US by 2030, potentially displacing millions of workers. This raises significant concern about job displacement and income inequality. Interestingly, in Germany, companies must notify their work council about AI plans, leading to smoother AI rollouts and increased productivity. This contrasts sharply with the US, where workplace decisions are typically top-down. In Germany, this collaborative approach ensures that workers have a say in the implementation of AI, potentially reducing resistance and fostering a more supportive environment. And in other news, CNN is laying off 100 staff members as it reorganizes its digital efforts, focusing on AI-driven product and lifestyle journalism. This is part of a broader trend where media companies are increasingly relying on AI to produce content, streamline operation, and cut costs. Now, let's visit an insightful interview with Michael Webb from Google DeepMind. He discusses the potential long-term impact of AI on job loss and income inequality.
Whether it comes in 10 years' time. So I think there's a few really important things here. So we generally are going around saying, gosh, what if it automated, 90% of cognitive tasks? Big emphasis there on the word cognitive. Many, many tasks in the economy are not cognitive tasks. And back to the old sort of thing we've been discussing all the way through as to, like, when you automate some kind of thing, suddenly, like, all the incentives go towards how do you make more value out of the stuff that is left, that is not automated, or that, humans can now do because they're being freed up and they can do something else now. And I think there are many, many, many things that are not cognitive, that, there'll be huge amounts of demand for humans to do.
Does that mean, like, most people are going to be doing a bunch of physical tasks? I guess, like moving boxes, because I guess that sounds pretty strange to me, even though your conclusion might mean, like, it's not that we'll have loads of unemployment, but it might be that we're like, most people are just doing a bunch of physical labor. Is that what it points at? So
by physical labor, it would be weird, right, if we ended up sort of lifting boxes in warehouses. I don't think that's where we're going to go. But there's things which we'll get onto beyond physical labor. But within physical labor, like, caregiving is a physical task, right? Like, if you are looking after an old person who needs care, like, you have to be physically present and you have to help them do all kinds of stuff. Like, that's what you're there for. That's a physical job. And there is going to be, like, so much demand for that kind of work going forward. And I don't forget, like, most of us spend, 18, 25, whatever years in education before we even start working. And then people seem to be living longer and longer and retiring earlier and earlier. So you're actually only working for, 30, 40 years out of a, 80-year time lifespan, right? And then there's, like, half of those people maybe are, they're not engaged in the formal labor force because they're looking after young children, or, they're staying at home or whatever it is, right? Or they're rich and retired, or they retired really early. Or this kind of, they're working not many hours a week, right? So it seems like everyone these days is switching to 4-day weeks. And it, seems great, right? And in the long sort of history of this, it's amazing what's happened in terms of hours. Minor digression quickly, but, like, in 1870, the average hours of work, for a working person in America, was 70 hours per week, right? It was like a grueling life. You were, like, working, like, in factories, whatever, like, you were made to work really, really, really hard, right? Today, it's 35 hours a week. So we've literally seen a halving of those who are full-time employed, a halving of the hours per week, right? Just, and more recently in the UK, just in the last kind of 30-year period, the UK has seen a decline of 20% in hours worked, kind of per worker, like, excluding those who were retired, whatever, like, among those who are working, right? So there's ever further declines in sort of hours worked because people sort of choose to spend some of their extra wealth on, like, working few.
Story that they have in mind, like, yes, there will be some adoption, but it's not gonna, like, double or triple anyone's productivity. It's not gonna, like, automate away so many jobs that, like, I don't know, there's, like, 150% increase in the, like, labor available to do more work. Does it assume that, like, the predictions about what AI could plausibly do in terms of boosting these kinds of labor inputs. They just think they're overblown.
I think a sort of charitable version is think back to 1960 and computers, the first computers are being invented. And the inventors of the computers say, look, this can do anything, right? We've got all these humans doing loads of jobs involving, tabulating data and, storing, retrieving, manipulating numbers and addresses and databases and all those kind of stuff. And look, this computer can do all of that, just today, right? And initially you had the US Secretary of Labor, Willard Wirtz in 1963, giving a big speech saying, we're going to have, we are quickly about to be throwing all these people onto the human slag heap because of automation from computers, right? And everyone then, I think they were correct in that, yes, a huge fraction of the economy was in fact this clerical work could be done by computers, and computers were coming along right then and there. The fact is, though, that it took, 50 years for that to happen. For all the reasons that we talked about. So I think there's that
the concept of universal basic income UBI is gaining traction as a solution to AI's impact. UBI could encourage more rewarding and socially valuable work. A recent pilot scheme in Ireland provided participants with a guaranteed income, allowing them to focus on creative and meaningful work without the stress of financial instability. Participants reported higher level of satisfaction and productivity, which could be a promising indicator of UBI's potential benefit. Elon Musk has also speculated that AI might eventually make most jobs unnecessary, advocating for UBI as a solution. While this is a bold claim, the rapid development of AI suggests we need to seriously consider such possibility. Despite concerns, AI could create new job roles, such as oversight of AI decision making. Yet for many workers, AI remains alarming. Studies suggest that 59% of tasks, especially those performed by women and young people, could be affected by AI in the next few years. UBI could provide a safety net, allowing people to pursue creative and socially valuable work. Imagine a world where financial stress is elevated and individuals can focus on innovation and community building. Darl West, author of The Future of the Work, argues that policy innovations are needed to help people transition to the AI economy. This includes ensuring workers have a say in how AI is implemented. Looking ahead, AI companies might become enormously efficient, potentially outcompeting traditional businesses. OpenAI is focused on level 5 AI that can perform the work of an organization, poses significant question about the future of work and the economy. Because if AI systems can work around the clock at maximum efficiency, the implication for human labor and productivity are staggering. Imagine a scenario where a business operates 24/7 without the need for breaks and human intervention. Guys, as we navigate these rapid changes, it's crucial to stay informed and engaged, whether it's through policy innovations, UBI, or understanding AI capabilities and limitations. We must proactively shape our future. So thanks for tuning to Varnit AI. If you like this video, you can subscribe to my channel if you want to. And just leave your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about this? It is definitely concerning, and I would like to know your thoughts. What are your thoughts about it? And please share them in the comment section below. That's it for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much.